Yeah. Well, you always talk about how we talk about bums teams, but one thing we do love talking about is the Houston Rockets, man.
Oh my God, this franchise is in the right direction, but they have a little setback with Shingun. I'm not gonna lie, that shit looks scary. What's going
And
on with Shingun?
Jalen Green has found himself, man.
Nah, I know, but wait, hold on. What's going on with Shingun, by the way?
I did
Is he
the
coming back or is he out for the
no, yeah,
year?
he's done for the season.
Oh, wait. So how long is the recovery?
They said it isn't serious. They said it wasn't a serious injury from what I read, right?
Mm-hmm. It's like a what? A 2 month thing or?
Let me check. I think Ben, I didn't really read into it because I was busy at the
Mm-hmm.
time. But let me see.
Yeah, because I saw that injury. It looked bad online. It looked bad.
Yeah, it seems. Oh, okay. Sengun suffered from a third grade 3 sprained ankle,
Mm-hmm.
which is yeah. So
Oh, so all right. So yeah, it makes sense.
yeah,
It makes sense he's out for the year. I mean, but this team
yeah.
was projected to make the playoffs though, man. No?
It's a young team. They had a lot of injuries. Tari Eason got injured mid-season too.
Oh, they're out
So
of it right now. Oh.
yeah, Tari Eason got injured mid-season.
This is how bad the Lakers and Warriors are doing. The fact that even the Suns, they're all swimming in the same pool. The 8th,
But the Rockets,
ninth, yeah, 10th
yeah,
and 11th seeds. That's crazy. You got Mavericks at 7, Suns at 8, Lakers at 9, and the Warriors at 10 as we're speaking at this moment.
but
That's crazy.
Emi Udoka,
Yes.
awesome.
Yeah, he's killing it. I'm not shocked that he's killing it with the Houston
Me neither.
Rockets.
He's special.
Yeah, I feel like the Celtics kind of dropped the ball a little bit with not handling
But
stuff
that's because,
internally.
man, that's because it was not because he had an affair, but it's because he had an affair with one of the guys who worked for the franchise.
Yeah, but they should have kept that under wraps. I didn't get what was the point of it spilling out, doing a press conference about that.
Bro, but people were gonna question a guy that went to the finals got fired.
They should have just said it was an internal issue. Because, like, a lot of their employees, they put their privacy at risk. There was no reason
I
for
mean, yeah,
that.
they're both married. I mean, obviously, it should have been kept under wraps, but it's one of the craziest stories that ever came out. But I'm happy he's able to bounce back from it.
Yeah, I'm glad also for him. But I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked because he's a good coach.
He's talented.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised the Brooklyn Nets didn't give him the job when KD and
Man, KD
Kyrie and
wanted
all
his
of them
boy
was
Steve
there.
Nash to come, man.
Yeah, like that was that's another franchise that completely fumbled the bag right here. Going back to Jalen Green, I see that he is shining without
Yep.
Shingun being there. He's back to
Yep.
freestyle basketball. Like, are the
So
Rockets
let me
winning?
ask you:
Are
Is he?
mhm.
Is it because the Rockets realize the playoff hopes is gone? He's hooping, or you think he finally figured it out? Because I'm leaning towards, the Rockets. Like the Rockets in their heads, the franchise have succeeded this season,
The
and they're willing to
expectations,
be like,
right?
you know what? Yeah, they're willing to be like, our franchise star is gone. We're not beating LeBron. We're not beating Steph. So, and we're not beating Dallas. So they're thinking, might as well give up the season.
Let me check. Let me check it right here, cause yeah, you're right. This doesn't make sense. Um, it doesn't make sense. Like, I feel like at the end of the day, like, they should be playing to at least win. Cause like, what are they gonna draft? You know what I mean?
They,
It's
they
not
got.
like they're getting a
I don't think they
lottery.
have their own picks.
Let me
Yeah,
see.
check that for me too. If they have their own picks, I think they have
Yeah,
Brooklyn's picks.
yeah, they have Brooklyn's picks. I don't.
But do they have their own?
I'm not sure if they have their own. Let me check. Yeah, they're losing.
Because,
So he's balling out. They lost their last 3 games. Oh
but
no,
he's
no, my
posting
bad,
big
my bad.
numbers.
I'm reading the wrong. Nah, they're actually winning. They're winning. But they
Oh,
played
they're winning.
against. Yeah, they played against Cleveland. I know Donovan Mitchell, the Wizards, again, the Spurs, the Kings, and Portland. Also, they had an easier stretch.
Yeah. Well, I
Oh,
mean
it
the
makes sense
Kings.
now.
Let me see their win totals.
Yeah,
The Wizards.
I
Who
see
cares?
Jalen Green is
Yeah.
the scoring leader of all those games.
Yeah, so I guess the only impressive win you could say is the Kings and Cleveland.
But can you
Other than
really
that,
even say the Kings are impressive win? Because they've been up and down like a motherfucker.
bro, look, the Sacramento's problem is when it comes to good teams, they play like a championship franchise, man. But when it comes to someone that's pure garbage,
Yeah,
they
like a
turn into
Monday
like,
night.
yeah, they
It's
turn
almost like
into
a
the
Monday
Washington
night.
Wizards, bro.
Hmm. But even the Cleveland win, it doesn't count because Mitchell wasn't even there.
Yep. You're just playing against, two big men that can't shoot and Darius Garland.
Yeah, but Jalen Green, he's not. Let me see his shooting percentages. He's actually been, 57%, 45%, not bad. 65%, really good. Other than that, he's been regular. Had one game with 57% shooting in Portland. Against the good teams, he's about 40%. So he's
Okay,
about
so
average.
he's had a respectable moments. But my thing is, dog, it's it's is it like at some point, right?
Mm-hmm.
I read an article about him not that long ago, but it could burn on my face as he continues to play because most of my followers are from Houston, obviously. So they're like, you slandering our boy while he's dropping this, that, and the third. But when you put it in context, man, when the Rockets were trying to win games, he was ass. And the fact now that we're not even putting him in the conversation because they're not going to be in that conversation, and he's been able to step up, it's questionable, bro.
Yep, it is questionable. Wait, hold on. I want to say, this is Draymond Green speaking to some kids about, I guess, having a role in the NBA, and I think this is some of the conundrums Jalen Green is facing because he's not really doing this with Sengun in the lineup. He's
Yeah.
kind of doing this dolo when it's looking like things are tanking. But listen to Draymond Green kind of talk about players not really having a role when they get into the league.
I started talking to you. You started getting the ball. You want to take jump shots and never crash the offensive board again. You're not going to make it shooting jump shots. You're going to make it by hustling and getting offensive rebounds, getting stops. You know what I'm saying? Gabe, I just beat you in all these sprints. That's bullshit. And it's my first time on the court. Up and down. That's bullshit. You trying to make a team. How you going to make it? If Pascal Siakam is outrunning you, if Fred VanVleet is outrunning you, you'll never. You know what I'm saying? So we can talk IQ all we want, but at the end of the day, motherfuckers gotta play a role in the NBA. Yes. It's too much of a team that can do what the they want to do, and 13 other motherfuckers they gotta play a role that can do what the they want to do. Everybody else got a role, so you're gonna either master your role or you're gonna get the fuck out. And it's just that simple. And running hard, 2-minute sprint? Really?
All right, so basically that's him kind of alluding like to some of the lifestyle. Well, I won't say the lifestyle, but alluding to some
Game
of the
style.
work. Yeah, the work ethic that kind of gets
Yeah.
guys on their way out of the league. Like I feel like a lot
Bro-
with Jalen Green is like raw talent, the ability to
Yep.
bounce, the athleticism, but you don't really see like the understanding of the game, like
You
the
don't see
efficient.
rebounding. You don't see
Yeah,
passing abilities improve, ball handling.
don't see none
I
of
think
that.
we were talking about Duncan Robinson earlier today, and how he's been able to transform his game. From a guy who looked like he's almost out the league to now a guy who we're like, yo, I want him on my team.
Mm-hmm.
And he hustled for that shit. We talk about other guys. Todd Gibson, 15-year career, never a crazy season from what I remember, but
Correct.
he's been so consistent, so like, hustles, knows locker room culture, knows how to carry himself. You see what he's been. We can talk about later on. You've seen what he's done in Detroit. Those kind of guys, Patrick Beverly, they stay in the league forever because they understand their role and they get the best out of their franchise players. You're not gonna get that with Jalen Green. Not everyone can be as LeBron James, Steph Curry, Kawhi Leonard. It's just what it is.
Correct. And once again, it's back to his conundrum. Can he play his role when Sengun comes back? Like, what if they just need him to defend for a couple possessions or a game or
Yeah,
two? Or if they need him
dude, not
just to like, get in the way, get
yeah.
rebounds, be scrappy. Like, I don't think he can, like, if you take away scoring from his identity, I feel like he gets lost.
Yep. And that is why, like, a guy like Taj Gibson will have a better ending of his career than like Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony, top 75 player, Hall of Famer, right? But
Correct.
what cost him at the end was his ability to be like, you know what, I'll give up a couple of possessions on offense just so I could be the one running on the other end of the court, guarding the best player or doing
Or
some
actually
other
playing
shit that,
defense. I think him
yep,
not playing defense and not being that person willing to be a jump shooter who possibly
yep.
is supposed to come off the bench for about 25 minutes a game. Like, just him not being a defender was already an issue, but him not being a spot up shooter when they needed him to be, it's just like
Yep.
it's back to what Draymond said. Can you fit into the role that they give you? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Bro,
cause
the league changes fast.
yeah, it changed fast on Melo. I think it caught him off
Yeah.
guard. It changed very fast on him. Like that volume shooter ball being a ball stopper, it no longer
No.
worked by the time it was 2017, 2018. That shit was over with.
And that shit, bro, everyone looking to move the ball. It is what it is.
Correct. But with Jalen Green, like Draymond said, like, can he be scrappy? Can he have other characteristics besides being the high flyer, the scorer, the volume shooter? He needs something else besides that. Like, what do we know
Bro,
Jalen Green for? Like, what does he do besides score?
you need veterans for that shit, bro. You need kind of a hard ass veteran that, is willing to tell Jalen, yo, there's times where you're not gonna get possessions. Freddie's gonna get the possession or Alfred Shangun with the handoff pass. You have to take a backseat.
Correct.
If he's not willing to accept that, at some point Houston gotta look around.
Correct. I just don't see what is he doing besides scoring.
Nah, I
I
mean,
can't
dog,
say he rebounds, he grabs,
you can't
gets
say like,
steals.
or he can play make, like, his gravity. Like, bro, honestly, like, if you're a team, you'd let Jalen get 50 points because at the end you'll win the game.
Yeah, because at the other
But
end of the floor,
yeah,
you're just blowing past him.
yeah, and Jalen can't crave for anybody else. So he'll burn himself out, and at some point, those guys are just mannequins standing there
Mhm.
trying to get open for a guy who can't see the court well.
Yeah, it's so crazy because you see the bounce, you see the athleticism, but there's
Yeah,
other players in the NBA who can't really score, but you see them use their bounce and athleticism to get in the way of passes, to
yep.
contest shots. Jalen Green has all that already. Why not
I
apply
think
some of that scoring energy on the other end?
he's only 3 years in, so I'm not gonna count him out. But for me, as of right now, he looks like Jordan Clarkson. But like I said, I don't want to count him out and say, yo, he's not a star. I think he's a guy who has a long way to go. And let's be honest, out of that whole, what is it, 2021, 22 draft?
Mm-hmm.
I think it was 2022. Was it? Yeah, it's 2022. I mean, besides Scotty Barnes, I think a lot of these guys are still figuring out their role. Franz Wagner's still figuring it out. Evan Mobley's still figuring it out offensively.
Mm-hmm.
Cade Cunningham has had a harder time, even though I feel like his game is really polished. He's had a harder time since the Detroit Pistons haven't put out a good
Yeah,
roster for him
Detroit
to
seems all
compete.
over the place. I can't even fully blame him.